Last year, teacher Mariha Hussein lost her job after she was pictured holding a placard depicting Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman at the bottom of a coconut tree. She is now the subject of a police investigation into whether she committed a hate crime. Do you now accept that some people today would find the placard to be offensive?
I think that although some language and statements may be pejorative, it doesn't make it racist. Coconuts, brown on the outside, white supremacist values on the inside.
That's racist! Welcome back to this channel. Same day, same shirt, different video. Okay, so we just got finished talking about like the hypocrisy of the far left, the progressive left, the liberal left of the West today, where they say they stand for certain groups, certain oppressed groups, minority groups. When it comes down to it, it's kind of all a facade so they can cry bully people to death. And I've said it on my channel before, the left are the true racists of the West, and it's either they're ignorant to it, or which is scarier, because again, if you're not self-aware the harmfulness of your ideology, then you will push harmful talking points and policies through that's going to actually hurt the groups you say you're trying to protect, or they are disingenuous about how they actually really feel. So this self-proclaimed sort of activist, she's one of these far progressive left activists that say they stand for groups of people unless you say something that's against their ideology, right? She called this person a coconut, which is equivalent to Oreo. She said that as much, like she put supremacy on there, but it's brown on the outside, white on the inside, or how she says it, brown on the outside, white supremacy on the inside, because you're saying something I don't actually agree with. And what this person stated is probably most likely just fact. So it's like, you're saying something I don't agree with, not you're saying something that's racist. You're saying something that goes against my belief systems and my ideology, therefore you're attacking my identity, therefore you must be a white supremacist, right?
But Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman would be offended by that. They would say that they are not white supremacists and they do not share any values whatsoever with those kinds of people. There are some experts who might say they find the placard to be, racially inappropriate, even racist.
Some of the things that Suella Braverman at the time, the Home Secretary at the time, was saying was so inflammatory, and it was racist. I remember so clearly was when she said grooming gangs were predominantly Pakistani men, being of Pakistani origin.
Because no matter if it's truth or not, you need to stick to the ideology. Like, men can never be a female. No matter how much transition you do, you're never going to be an actual female or an actual woman. That's fact. But for the leftist ideology, we can kind of lie just to go along with the ideology. It's not about protecting vulnerable groups. It's about protecting their tribalistic ideology. This is something that white progressive left tactics do when people of color, or even maybe queer people or women, go against their talking points. This is a seemingly white or white passing woman who thinks it's her job and her obligation and her right to tell someone of color how they should think, how they should act, what their beliefs should be, and how they should speak. That is racist. Behave accordingly to your label, to your group, to your oppressive label, or whatever, right? Again, it's the whole idea that, well, black people can't be conservatives, and they must be Oreos, or they must be Uncle Toms, because they're not behaving accordingly how we feel black people should behave. They're not acting or thinking how we think black people should act or think. And it's not just white people. Black people fall into this stupid idea as well because of tribalism, but it's the stupidest thing for anyone of color to want to go along with, because you're literally telling the world that we are a monolith, we are not individuals, we're not critical thinkers, we don't think for ourselves, we just group think, mindlessly group think, and just go along with whatever the group ideology is. That is a stupid message to send to the rest of the fucking world.
And by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African-American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things. You go to Florida, you find a very different attitude about immigration in certain places than you do when you're in Arizona. So it's a very different, a very diverse community.
So I just watched the clip, and Joe Biden this morning totally disparaged and insulted the black community. What he said is incredible, and I don't know what's going on with him, but it was a very insulting statement he made.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, And you ain't black.
Black people, people of color, queer people, women, we all have to stick to a groupthink monolith ideology. We don't have the freedom to think for ourselves. Technically, we're still slaves and shackled to the white masters' belief systems of how we should be and how we should behave and how we should act. Yes, it's racist. But am I surprised? No. I've told you guys so many times. I lived in LA. I've been surrounded by progressives ideology for a very long time, and this is how they think, this is how they act, this is how they speak. And a lot of times they're completely unaware or what they're saying is fucked up. Anyway, guys, that's all I gotta say about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. If you'd like to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the comment section down below. You can super thanks, and you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye!